Hello everyone, and this is SeReNiiTYzZ here, back with another awesome Fortnite Battle Royale gameplay today. And this time today, guys, we have a bit of older gameplay from Season 3 of Fortnite Battle Royale. And it was the one time in Season 3 where I messed up my glide and we had to come shifty shafts. And we're going to start things off with Sunny right here because he does some very nice plays at the beginning. And I didn't record the first opening moments as gameplay, so as you can see is Season 3 because of Purple Tactical. And we're also going to see how Sunny, how much he likes this weapon, how much damage he can do with it. So let's see that right here as he equips a shield pot and waits to see as he thinks he can hear people around him. And there we go, there's the first victim. See you, mate, what are you doing? And goes down very quickly there. And Sun's just like, yeah, you'll finish, Sun. And at this moment, I think it's the teammate coming to his aid. You can see the Dark Voyager coming over. And Sun very clear on that. And then John Wick tries to get a little flank from behind. But it's resistance is futile as Sun takes them all out. So great play from Sun right there. And a nice way to start off this Royale. As you can see, it's going to be a bit full of action. And switching back to my POV here, guys, because this I didn't record the first few moments because from my POV it was a little bit of a boring watch. I did get a kill on a guy who just had a pickaxe, but you know, who really wants to see that? I think Sun's was more impressive, those 3 kills at the start, so great play to him. And moving on from that, you know, not supposedly we didn't mean to start shifty shafts, but it actually worked out, and that's why I said to Sun after we won this Royale at the time, yeah, I knew we were going to win from there, that's why I went. But yeah, it's a really good gameplay. There's a few Season 3 Royales that I've had with Sun, and I've had a plenty full supply of him that I would like to bring out. So this is going to be Sunny and SeReNiiTYzZ doubles Game 9 today, and my 30th video in my Fortnite Battle Royale playlist on YouTube, so it's quite a milestone for me. And next time when I upload a gameplay of Sunny and SeReNiiTYzZ duos, which is probably be in the coming days or tomorrow or next day, I'm going to upload episode 10 of Sunny and SeReNiiTYzZ doubles, and that will also be the 50th duo win that I got with Sun this week as well. So I'm looking forward to bringing that one out. I currently have like I can't remember exactly now how many, 56 is it now, Sun, or 57 duo wins I've had with you in total, so quite a lot. And you know, it's really nice to be able to get out the best ones that we've had together. But you know, we've had many a great game, and like this one for example, there's many of Season 3 that I haven't brought out and will bring out alongside the newest stuff from Season 4. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. And also see how you know, Fortnite Battle Royale was played sort of at this time in comparison to what it's like now. But got some really nice, really nice new content to bring out alongside the oldies. But probably with the old gameplays, I'm not going to commentate them as much as you know, the other ones that I release. This one I probably will today because I felt it was quite an action-packed gameplay. But the other ones that I do bring out, I'm not too bothered about commentating them, just because you know, it's an older Fortnite Battle Royale map, and it's, you know, the same things don't really apply to perhaps what's new and changing the game in the current season. So you know, just sort of bearing that in mind. So at this moment here, we make our way over to Greasy Grove, which, you know, is a smart idea, to be honest, and we're kind of fortunate, I think, because some of it hasn't been looted. As you can see, the chest is here, so decided to grab that and take that with us. The slurp's pretty nice to have with you. At this moment here with the green burst and blue tactical, it's not bad weaponry at this stage in the game. And yeah, just looking to put that to use, so just following towards Sun here, and also you can see there's been some ramps, so you know, people have been here, but we just don't know exactly how long ago and where they might have gone as well. So that's all important things that you have to think about in Fortnite. And as we make our way over to the sort of burger bar here, I spot the guys, and I'm like, Sun, they're right here. And Sun fires some sort of early shots onto them, so it's like, okay, we're gonna have to fight now. You know, I was hoping to sneak up on them a bit more, but you know, it's fine. It just means that we're gonna have to change tack a little bit, and they know we're here now. So at this moment here, I think they've only seen Sun because I was still hidden, so I decided to go on a flank around the side of them at this point. And quite often than not, I'll usually do that in Fortnite Battle Royale with my teammates. Sometimes get a cheeky flank on the enemy. That's what I like to do, and I think Sun likes to do that as well. You know, push up on the enemy when one of us applies the pressure on the build. So really great play from us there, because they really had no idea I was coming, and yeah, we get a very successful takeout on all of them. So that was good. And right here, Sun claiming the blue assault rifle, so I'll get the blue burst. And yeah, that was a comfortable battle. It was a nice win. Got them both, so now I'm 3 kills, so I'm pretty happy. And great job to Sun and myself right there. And yeah, just looking to move forward with that. It's good work from the both of us there to get that team. It's always satisfying to have more battles in a game, so really good job. So this moment here, there's zones coming in, so we just need to move forward a little bit and see what the next one is. So it's going to be over a little bit of a ways, so we do have to sort of make a move when we can. So Loot Lake is in, Pleasant Park. Okay, so those sort of areas, so we've got to move in that direction. So as you can see, just following Sun here and deciding where we're going to go. Decide to go sort of this left side and follow this path along, which is not a bad idea. It might be a while now before we get another fight, because it's a bit of a lower player count, and also we're quite far away from the zone, so probably around here it's not going to be too busy at the moment, I would assume anyway. But we should encounter some action nearer the zone. So right here, the usual stuff. If not fighting, get material. It's the best thing you can do in Fortnite. To always have a bit of material is wise. So as you can see, just making our way and looking to put this blue burst to use in the blue tactical. And obviously where we're crossing in now is quite a bit, big area in terms of space, and there's a lot of hills around here, so you do have to sort of keep your eyes open just in case there are people that you haven't spotted and decide to make an appearance. So just going past the football stadium here, sort of sports basketball court, got a few nice games that we could play there, but we haven't got time right now. We've got people to kill. So at this point here, guys, just looking to claim more material as we go, and also just check out for where the enemy are. At this point we hear a bit of commotion because there's a crate sort of around this area, and also we see some sort of activity around. I thought I heard something here, so I wasn't entirely sure like where these people were, but I thought I saw or heard something at this point. That's why I'm sort of jumping in this direction, because I was expecting to see someone. And at this moment here, don't really notice anything, so just carry on, seeing as we haven't been seen, and still just making our way. As you can see, I'm just looking overhead occasionally for anything that might be going on above us. And at this moment here, we're nearly in the zone, so we've nearly made it. A bit of a run that we had to do, but luckily we're almost there, which is nice. Don't want to have to do too much. Obviously these hills are a bit of a threat, so we really want to get out of here, because there's not long left for the zone to close in terms of like when it starts to move. So obviously it's better to get in earlier, since we're in that place, sort of close to the zone, rather than later, because it's going to be harder to get in if you get stuck in a fight out there. Sometimes getting involved in the difficult fight, it's then hard to get in the zone after that. So I like the way that SeReNiiTYzZ did that, and I think we've got a fight coming up very shortly, one that was not expected out of the haunted mansion right here. So let's see what happens. So SeReNiiTYzZ starts to push in. Sun's like, I think I've just seen someone in the window, and I'm like, oh yeah, you have, and just headshot the guy after Sun, apply some lovely shots, and right there push up, and this guy gets weak from Sun. Really good play from Sun, and I just get a little bit of a tap shot onto him to take him out for my 5th kill. So great play from Sun there, really nice awareness, and just great finishing from me. But nice plays from the both of us. Sun got on both weeks, so good job to him. Really good play. So at this point here, they had a med kit. It's worth taking. At this stage in the game, I'm taking the blue assault rifle because obviously the late game it's going to be more about the build battles, and I think the assault rifles generally they're more destructive on player builds than a blue burst is. And as you guys know, I do love the blue burst from my recent gameplays. I think you guys will know why, but it is a great weapon, but I think the thing is it's more for sort of open field combat, and when people you're sort of striking from the shadows and people don't really know that you're there. I think that's when the blue burst is most effective, when you get a few free shots on a player. But I think the assault rifle generally is the destructive one, the one that's more sort of battle ready, so that's why I picked it up. So this moment here, guys, just moving into Pleasant Park now. So this is going to be an interesting transition to the zone. Right here I'm setting out, I would have been setting out the recording for the channel. I can't remember as well if this was on my poor internet. I think it most probably was. I think all of Season 3 I had poor internet connection, so these gameplays were well earned from that perspective as well, because I'm recording as I go along, and you know, my internet wasn't always highly functional, so doing well to sort of carry on with that as well at this moment in time when we played this in Season 3. At this point here, Son and I are just scoping out the area, as you can see, just trying to get, looking where we're going to get a foothold in the zone. It's a strategy that we like to use because I think it's best to decide to have a sort of plan. Going into the next area is a good idea, and not rushing in there aimlessly. And at this moment here, we hear a chest underneath us, so Son goes to grab it. Some good play from him. Might as well loot everything he can while we're here. So, surprised that there's a chest still not open this late game, but fair enough. Obviously, people didn't come here or what have you, so. At this moment here, I just give Son a slurp because he was just a little bit off on his shields, and I don't think I'm going to need it in this final fight. I've got some minis anyway and a med kit, so I'm not too fussed about carrying it really. So at this moment here, just still scoping out the area to sort of see what's occurring. Can't really see too much at the moment. Obviously, someone's going for that crate over yonder because someone's shot at it. So at this point, Son and I decide to move. The zone's going to come in, so we need to go. So as you can see, just making our way and looking to see what we can as we move into the zone here, because it's a low player count now. It's around 10, I think, is that 10 or 12. So pretty low player count. So there's definitely going to be a lot of action occurring now that we're going to face. And at this moment here, just being careful with hills again. You can see someone's built ramps down, so that means most likely someone's probably here. Those are the kind of ramps you would build late game, so there's definitely someone on the ground with us. I'm just trying to see where they would have gone at this moment here. Sun spots the team over to the south side, who I'm going to see in a minute when I start to build here, because they start to fire some shots at me. Right here, decide to push up a little bit because from where Sun was, he I think it was more a build to protect himself, but he's not quite in the zone there, so he has to sort of push in a little bit more. And at this moment here, like, my building wasn't as skillful as I'd probably say is now, because I've got better with editing since this time. And right here, to make it easier on myself, I would have edited a little bit, some stairs out, and made some doors to make a backup escape. Because, from the way I had to do that, I had to come out front over the top of my base, in which they had a few shots at me, which obviously, improvements there. Just instead of exposing myself to fire, you can just edit my building to sort of make out a new one. That's a strategy that I'm starting to use now a lot more as I'm getting better with the editing. But at this moment here, I decided to gain a bit of territory over these people, because it's always best to build as much as you can when you're not certain of a situation. And right there I wasn't, and someone was really apt to call them out, and I got confused because I could hear so many footsteps at this moment, and the guy's just around my staircase somewhere. That's why we keep aimlessly turning, and it was a bit of a fumbly fight this, but eventually I managed to get him. Sun did really well to spot them both and have the awareness on point there, so great play from him. And really good plays generally, because it was a bit of a sloppy fight from me, but we got through it. And I managed to acquire a gold grenade launcher now, so I'm pretty happy about that prospect, and going to heal up here nicely. It's all going to work out fine, so really happy with all of that. So as you can see, just starting to apply the med kit. Also used smalls in that, so Sun's giving me some more, so really great play from him. And a big pot. Look at what a great teammate he is. So at this point here, guys, just equipping those on, and really nice for Sun to give me all those toys. It's really that's pretty much, I couldn't ask for more at this moment in the gameplay. And also, since I have a gold grenade launcher, kids are going to suffer, because I love this thing. My favourite, possibly my favourite weapon in the game. So let's see what happens right here. And if I remember correctly, I believe Sun has a launch pad, so we're gonna, and more rocket ammo for me. Look at that! What What great teammate Son is. So at this moment here, guys, we're going to use the launch pad to get into the final zone, and Son and I actually divert on this moment of the gameplay. We had a sort of, well, Son had an area where he wanted to go, but I sort of saw a player that I thought we were going to attack, so a bit of miscommunication on my part. Like, I wasn't entirely sure where Son meant when we launch pad off in a minute, but this moment here we can see a team just in the far distance, so we're making sure that we're careful as we approach into the zone here, and that Son takes the relevant time to set up his launch pad, so it's good play from him. And at this point here, Son trying to get some shots from range, nice play from him, and at this point just looking beyond the tree to sort of see what's going on here. Just out of range here for the nade launch, so I'm not going to do that on this occasion. I'm just going to sit tight for the time being and just wait until Son and I decide to make our move. So at this point you can see starting to move now. Son's building walls to protect us, and it's a smart play from him there, because obviously we can build a ramp now to set up the launch pad, which is the main thing we're looking to do there. And at this point here, Son has a little choke and puts down a trap instead. Bear in mind, guys, he's improved a lot since season 3. He's a beast at this time. He's a complete beast now, and he doesn't make those kind of mistakes. But there you go. So set up the launch pad, and I didn't get as high as I really wanted here, and I thought Son was going to attack this guy, who I spied that he didn't, and he spied another one in Loot Lake, so he's got a better vantage point where he was, and he manages to get his guy, which is a great play from him. And this guy's another solo player that is now interested in me, so at this moment here, just going to have to slow things down and build, and just push with Son as a unit and take this guy out for the final kill. So at this point here, some really nice AR shots onto the guy, some little awkward ramps, but bear in mind I've improved a lot since these days, but yeah, just, some awkward ramps, not really, the right builds, and make life a bit harder for myself there, the way I was building those ramps. And this moment here, just decide to get in closer to the zone, so he has to come out to attack us. And at this point here, he's hiding really behind the building. It's a fellow Black Knight, and at this moment here, just looking to bombard the building, so he's not got as many places to hide. And as you can see, jumps out there, tries to build, and some nice grenade launcher shots here, some really destructive things, so it's really blowing down all his cover, so that's great play. At this moment here, Son's like, go one higher, man, so he's not doing much from there, so I decided to take his advice on that, because I'm not really getting much impact. And at this point here, just need to conserve the final few ones now, because he's obviously just going to hide and wait until he has to actually move, decide what he's going to do to make his move. But I think this solo guy just knew that he couldn't win because of the where we were and the vantage point that we had as a double team, so I think he knew that his days were numbered, so it's just a matter of waiting now and waiting for him to push. And it is very hard for him to push in this scenario against us, but yeah, as you can see, just looking to do that, just being careful as he makes his approach, trying to be careful as we corner him in. But as you can see, he's really stuck on the edges of the storm, can't really do much there, and he's very weak from the shots I put on him, and he ends up getting lost in the storm. So essentially you could say that was my 7th kill, but it is 6 kills that is recorded for me there, and a really nice win for Son and myself. Another really nice gameplay with some really nice action in it. So really hope you guys enjoyed this season 3 Royale from Son and myself in duos. This was SeReNiiTYzZ, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.